Hey everyone, Twin Diggers here. An early Saturday morning. We woke up to beautiful blue skies and it's 43 degrees and we're supposed to hit possibly 60 this weekend. So we kind of had a conundrum. We had 3 different places that we wanted to do this weekend. We had it all planned out, and last night we came back to the resort dump and we decided we were just gonna do a little search and walk in the 3rd section that we have not started yet. And after our findings last night, we're putting the other 2 locations aside, possibly tomorrow and next weekend. So this hill here is the first hill that we did, where we retrieved a lot of items. We cut down all of the invasive buckthorn and stacked all of the dead branches that were here. And now this is phase 3. You can see how clear that is, and look how we've got buckthorn going this way that we will be clearing. So I am going to just go over what we found last night. This morning we spent some time cutting out areas that we can work in. I'm going to take you up here. Pam's digging. And so the easiest for us to dig is when we're in hills, because we can dig into the hill and under it and keep collapsing it. So much easier than digging straight on flat ground down. So this is some of the things that Pam pulled out last night. Just some junk, because we moved other things around, the good stuff around. So Pam started here. You can see going into the hill. Look at, I just found a crier. Oh, beautiful. It's got a big wide lip on it. Emerald glass. Oh, breaks my heart. So she's doing a ledge where she's gonna go into this hill and keep coming over this way. And I want to bring you over here where I'm working. I want to just give you an example of how loaded this is in just the small area that I started last night. So you can see Pam. She's gonna. I found here. It looks like a pedal, to some kind of a toy. It's got a plastic neat top on it for like your foot. Yep. So this side, we've been finding 50s, and we actually found a bottle from 1930s. So I'm gonna bring you around. I cleared out this area for me so I can work. Okay. Next to this big tree, I don't know if you can see this, but I'll give you, it's probably 4 feet wide and 2 feet deep. Okay. And you can see the roots from the tree, and all of the stuff I'm going to show you was in this small section. We mentioned in our previous videos that the original owner worked for a tile company, and one of the original cabins that's still here, the log cabin, the floor and all around it and the steps were done in tile. Well, look at this. We put it all in a box because there was so much of it. Beautiful colors. It's yellow and blues, all different shapes and sizes. And the current owner of this property is an artist, and we have been giving them these tiles as we go along, but we have never found this much. So we feel this is the main area where they dumped them back in the 20s and 30s. So over here, Pam found this, and the name on it is Certo. I don't know if you can see that. It's unusual because it has an indent. It's very thick amber, and when you turn it upside down, It says for 1/2 bottle, pour to here. And there's some arrows on it with a line. Now, Pam looked up the manufacturer, and right now all we can find is it's from 1930. So if anyone knows what this would be, Digger Dave, let us know, but this is quite a find. I also pulled out of this little hole. This is an embossed, see if we can get that, Bayer aspirin. Has a unique top on it. So I'm some type of a screw top, but it's split around the sides. And then of course it's embossed in each side of the bottle. Look at the condition that's in. Again, very thick glass. I found this, and I believe it to be maybe a salt or pepper shaker. There was no lid on it. So that'll be nice. And we also found this intact large bottle. And this was actually down in here, right next to this large root buried. And I didn't think it was going to be whole, and it sure is. I believe this is probably a pop bottle. No deposit, no return. We've found plenty of these buried. Let me get to the bottom here. And the year on that, if you can see, is 1964 on the right, which is a very good year, huh, sis?
Yeah, it is.
That's the year we were born. Here, and I believe this is going to turn manganese. This has a large top. This is grounded down. Cork would have been in there. And I want to show you what I found, which is going to be in the next jar. And I'm going to dump this out and show you what I found that was in this jar. We hear about stuff all the time. You always check the bottoms of the jars or cans and see what's in them. I also found this. Pam's normally the big fork and spoon gal, but this is my find. It's a large soup spoon, and on the back it has, if you can see that, we'll try to focus in. It's not working too good. It says Avon. See if we can get some light on her. It's Avon, and it's silver plated. So we have not looked this up yet. That was my cool find. It's a little fancy up there in the top. I'm going to dump some of this out. This jar was up underneath this big root clump. And it has measurements on the side. It has this marking on the bottom. There isn't a year. So normally when there's a letter in the center, it's some type of a food jar. And number 2867, we'll have to look this up. I want to show you what was inside of this jar. And I'm hoping to find more. In this jar were 8 solid colored marbles. I have never found marbles. This is a bucket lister for me. I'm hoping there's going to be some shooters. They're smaller, obviously a children's size. And let me tell you, I was pretty excited finding these. And again, they were in this jar. And this jar had all kinds of junk inside of it. And I couldn't believe it. That was fantastic. We found these beautiful shards to a teacup. And these will definitely be repurposed. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm hoping we're going to find some more of that today.